When Jacobs Brown contacted me and said we'd be interested in doing an audiobook of These Are the Voyages. Well, as a big Star Trek fan, obviously I was like, okay. I'd been a voice actor for 20 years, but I'd never done an audiobook. As I was looking through it, I was thinking, man, there's so many iconic people quoted from their actual excerpts in this book from 50 years earlier. And as I started recording the book, I started thinking, wouldn't this be so much more fun to listen to if there was somebody as the voice of Gene Roddenberry or Herb Solo or any of the other people that were a huge part of the creation of the original series. So instead of just doing it all myself, I thought, well, I'm just going to bring in a bunch of friends and have them play these roles. But then in some cases, they included excerpts in the book from people that were still with us. DC Fontana, Joe D'Agosta, the casting director, Clint Howard, who played Baylock. These are people that were there, and they came over to my studio and recorded their excerpts. And then anybody that had passed, I brought in their counterparts from Star Trek Continues, my web series, which I play Captain Kirk and I was the exec producer. So I brought in these people like Jerry Finnerman, who was the director of photography for the original series. He's no longer with us, but Matt Busey, my director of photography, is. So I had him voice Jerry Finnerman's part. For the actors, I had Chris Doohan voice his dad, Jimmy Doohan's excerpts, and had Adam Nimoy voiced his dad's excerpts. This book has, I believe, over 80 different voices, which is unheard of. It's more like a radio play. And the way that I crafted it was, anytime I was speaking as the narrator, the voice would be clean and dry. And in 1967, such and such, such and such. But then whenever it would go to Gene Roddenberry, sent this message to CBS saying, and then suddenly it would change to somebody voicing Gene Roddenberry, doing an amazing impression of Gene Roddenberry, I might add, and I would put a little bit of ambience on their voice. So it sounded like, if you're listening to this, you're sitting in a room with Gene Roddenberry and they just happen to capture this moment of him talking. I've gone on to record 8 or 9 other audiobooks. And I will tell you, no other audiobook has gotten the love, the attention to detail, and the passion, much less as many voices involved, as These Are the Voyages, Book 1.